Hello everyone, once again from the Cricket from the Stands podcast. Here I am, Ujula, again with my co-hosts Pawan and Kanan. Hello everybody, and it's a big day because it's the IPL finale of the IPL 2023 that is being played between the Chennai Super Kings and the Gujarat Titans. Here we are. हम लोग थोड़ा से points लेके आए हैं आपके लिए और थोड़े जल्दी जल्दी डिस्कस कर लेंगे before the match starts because I know that everyone is excited to watch the match. Let's cover it up so fast and let's move on to our first topic. Hello everyone once again. And first topic of today will be how Mumbai Indians, who played the GT, the Gujarat Titans, in the qualifier 2, came so far in the tournament but yet couldn't cross the line. So, what do you say, Pavan, about this?
Uh, yeah, welcome everyone to Cricket from the Stands. The another episode that we have been doing it so far. Taking up the today's point where how Mumbai came so far in this tournament. It had been a incredible journey given that their bowlers at the beginning of the tournament, like Jofra Archer, who somebody came in, could not continue the way he would have hoped, and Jofra Archer, Jai Richardson, who went early out of the tournament. So it was very difficult at that moment for Mumbai Indians to come back into the tournament, and I guess it's been a talk of the town for so far. But the biggest challenge for them was to put that bowling unit together so that their batting could conjure up those runs and they could give them a run for a title. It was very unhopeful at the beginning of the tournament that Mumbai would be able to pull off something such stunning
Right.
where they would be able to make it to the playoff. It was very
Very
unrealistic, I would say, and it was not for me. All the cricket pundits would be saying the same thing. But great things that Kieran Pollard, Michael Boucher, all of them, and Rohit Sharma worked together and pull off a good bowling unit there. But I will tell you some numbers here that talks that Mumbai Indians is the only team in this tournament who has gone for more than 200 plus total six times. Their bowlers has went for this. So it is not easy. I
And
would
they
say
have
Mark
also
Bow.
chased 200 runs six times.
They have chosen six times. That's great. But the question here is, it takes a lot of confidence in bowlers and at times a lot of toil on bowlers to understand whether if they hit for 50 runs, 50 odd runs in 4 overs, it becomes very difficult to manage from the team's management perspective and coach perspective. And that's what Mark Boucher was talking about post their elimination from the tournament. He was saying that a lot of bowler were not confident in their bowling, and that's what was happening. That regularly they were hitting for going for 200 plus runs in the tournament, and the same bowling unit was coming again and again and showing up in the every other match. So very young team, somehow they pulled together some strings here and there. Jason Barrandov was there, really merited their open, and then Piyush Chawla, Kumar Karthikeyan, and then Ritik Shokin, Madhwal, Arshad Khan, some of the names that you would be hearing very first time here. So it was difficult to pull in a team together, a bowling perspective, but it had been their batting that has been phenomenal this season, especially the middle order, where Cameron Green had a 400 plus season, Surya Kumar 600 plus season, Nehal Vadera 250 plus season, Tilak Verma 300 plus run season. So a brilliant batting unit in the middle order. I will not talk about Rohit Sharma, who had been a very poor in terms of returns from batting perspective. Straight fourth season where he hasn't scored more than 400 runs in the tournament. It's been the biggest letdown. Ishan Kishan had a 400 plus run season this time around, but not the kind of impactful innings we had hoped for him for Mumbai. Like in the final, he could not against GT. Again, he could not come in because he got hit by the elbow of Chris Jordan. So all in all, bowling had been a letdown for Mumbai Indians. They somehow connected the dots. Batting had been the biggest positive, and some of the youngsters that we had spoken in the previous podcast. Some of the folks like Nehal Vadera, Tilak Verma, Akash Madhwal had been the biggest positive for Mumbai, and hopefully they would try to turn things around from it and they would try to work on the injuries that has hit them badly, especially in the finals and also the otherwise at the beginning of the tournament. So it will be very, very important for them to see how they cope up with the bowling unit injuries and how the batters come together in the next season. So all in all, a great season. Not many people would have hoped that they would reach to such stage, but really a lot of things to ponder over.
Absolutely.
So a lot of good numbering by Pavan there, a lot of good numbers discussed by him. So Kanan, I would like to ask you, the Gujarat Titans posted a mammoth total of 233 in front of the Mumbai Indians in the qualifier two. So at any point did you think that Mumbai Indians was going to chase the target, or was it too much for them to chase in a qualifier to situate like a big match like qualifier two?
Absolutely. So yes, to answer your first question, right? They posted a mammoth total of 123 runs on the board, and
Right.
definitely it was something 233 to be precise, and that was something chaseable by Mumbai standards because they are the only team to be have considered 200 plus runs six times and have been chasing those runs six times as well. So it was within the reach, and Mumbai Indians is always a good chasing team. They were in the game till the time Surya Kumar was hitting those
That
sixes. So Cameron Green was also playing those that innings. Even Tilak Verma had a good innings, but that was the problem exactly for them. If you see the scoreboard for yesterday's match, there were only three batters who scored more than like went into double digit. That is Tilak Verma, सूर्य कुमार यादव एंड कैमरन ग्रीन. उसके अलावा उन तीन के अलावा सारे बैट्समैन सिंगल डिजिट्स में आउट हुए. सो व्हेन यू आर चेजिंग 233 runs, you cannot be relying on just three brilliant innings. You need more partnerships, so to say, around it.
contribution from
uh,
every.
Absolutely, absolutely, because 233 is a gigantic total, and that is never been chased in IPL history so far. And if you wanted something to happen that has not happened for 16 years of IPL's history, it had to be a magical performance, not just by one individual, but at least three to four different individuals at different times. One thing that they lost a momentum somewhere. आई थॉट विद द इंजरी ऑफ ईशन किशन, वो नहीं होता तो आई गेस पावर प्ले में वो कहीं ना कहीं वो 60-70 वाला जो रन होता है जो वो लोग ने फिर भी बनाए, बट वो लोग फिर भी
Yep.
बना लेते हैं विद नेहल वदेरा स्टिल टू कम. Nehal Vadera, the middle order player, is much better than Nehal Vadera, the opener, and they could have utilized those with Surya Kumar Yadav. At the end, we saw that वो कहीं ना कहीं ही रैन आउट ऑफ पार्टनर्स टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद यू. एंड ऐसा नहीं था कि जीटी वर बॉलिंग एब्सोल्युटली बॉन्कर्स, उनका भी बॉलिंग थोड़ा ऑन एंड ऑफ चल रहा था विद द टॉप
Evan
बॉलर्स
Green
गोइंग
also
फॉर
hit
रन्स.
at the elbow, and he was also
एब्सोल्युटली,
sit out.
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली नहीं, कैमरन ग्रीन तो खेल गया फिर भी. ही
Yeah, but
कुड
he
गेट
sit
आउट
out for
दोस रन.
some time, and that
एब्सोल्युटली,
still he came back and still scored runs.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it was great
So
to see.
I feel, over and like, to put it in a nutshell, Mumbai Indians का दिन ही नहीं था. Somewhere I felt that because too many things were going against them. Even the boundary was gone against them. The LBW decisions were going against them. Injuries हो रहा था. तो all in all, I did not feel it was Mumbai's day, to be honest. जो मोहित शर्मा जो बॉलर है उसने पूरे इनिंग में बॉलिंग करने आया डायरेक्टली 15th ओवर में,
What in-
एंड जैसे ही वो आया उसने 5 विकेट वहां से जाके निकाले. सो यू कुड सी राशिद खान वाज हिट फॉर 4 ओवर 33 रन, नूर अहमद वाज हिट फॉर 4 ओवर 35 रन, हार्दिक पांड्या वाज हिट फॉर 2 ओवर 24, इवन मोहम्मद शामी वाज हिट फॉर 13 रन, मतलब 13.70 केस में. सो सभी बॉलर्स को धुलाई करी उन लोगों ने, ऐसा नहीं कि किसी को ये किया. बट आई फील जब से मोहित शर्मा वाज इंट्रोड्यूस इनटू that scheme of things, they changed. And one more thing I have specifically observed in the one thing that has gone terribly wrong for them has obviously been Rohit Sharma. And I feel still a lot of people have been supporting Rohit Sharma a lot, the captain, and not even not being vocal about Rohit Sharma the batter. But I would like to put on some numbers for our viewers, right? The last season that Rohit Sharma had a 140 plus strike rate was way back in 2015. मतलब उसने पिछले
Correct.
8 साल में एक भी बार कोई भी ऐसा सीजन नहीं रहा वेर ही हैज हिट 140 प्लस स्ट्राइक रेट से कभी भी. सो दैट हैज बीन द पुअर परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ रोहित शर्मा, एंड ही हिमसेल्फ क्रिटिसाइजेस इट अ लॉट. वो आता है प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में बोलता है कि I want to play that intentful inning, intent दिखाना है, strike rate does matter in T20 cricket. That is what he says a lot, but he ends up not standing to his own words. And mind you, the Rohit Sharma, the cricketer that we know, जिसका 3 international centuries है in T20 cricket, and he is a basher. मतलब जिसने 200 runs for fun मारे ODI cricket में, who has the highest number of runs in an ODI innings, has just had two IPL seasons with 140 runs. One was the 2015 that I talked about. The other one was 2008, the first season he played. उसके अलावा कोई भी सीजन ऐसा नहीं रहा है जहाँ पे रोहित शर्मा has been able to hit at a strike rate of 140 and above. And this is just not the strike rate I'm talking about. This is also the innings that somehow culminates into what your team is performing. So that is something that I feel Rohit Sharma should look to. Yeah, फिर Mumbai has to change their opening combination going forward, because that this is going to hamper them big time.
So yeah, let's say that was it for the Mumbai Indians, and the Mumbai Indians are out of the IPL since it's the IPL final today, and both the teams CSK and GT play against
Right.
each other. So yeah, it's the end of the story for Mumbai Indians there. Let's move on to the next topic, and the next topic is none other than Shubman Gill, the man in form, probably the only man in form, and the one who's been all talks, like all the talks are about him right now in terms of cricket. So Shubman Gill has hit three consecutive tons in the IPL, and that was like spectacular to watch because he's such a youngster, and to see a youngster perform like this on such a big stage, and hitting international bowlers all over the park in such classical, like so classical shots and everything. So that's a treat to watch every time. So let's quickly talk about what Shubman Gill brings to the table and his uncomplicated style of batting.
Absolutely. So I would like to give it a shot first. Like Shubman Gill, the player, we have talked about him enough.
Yeah.
The kind of shots he plays, test match cricket, wala line and line, no modifications to his game. But I would like to put on
Yes.
few interesting numbers before our audience, so that because it is something that will make us understand the impact of Shubman Gill and the rest of the players. Okay. So talking about the highest runs scored in this season so far, 16 innings में 851 runs. The next best is Faf du Plessis with 14 innings, 730 runs. ठीक है. And after that, if you see, the next best is directly Virat Kohli with 639, then Yashasvi Jaiswal. So top player में and the second best player में there is already a gap of 120 runs. So that in itself shows the kind of impact that Shubman Gill has had this season. And if you talk about the number of hundreds that one has hit this season, so we have already called it out, the king and the prince, right? इस सीजन में सिर्फ दो से ज्यादा सेंचुरी मारने दो ही प्लेयर है, एक शुभमन गिल, एक विराट कोहली being विराट कोहली, he has always been the best, and the other one being शुभमन गिल, and he bare minimum margin missed out on 3 consecutive centuries. अगर वो चेन्नई के साथ भी उधर मार देता इन क्वालिफायर वन, दैट वुड हैव बीन 3 consecutive centuries. बट अब उसका एक मिस हो गया, दो हो गया, अब पता नहीं आज के मैच पे भी उसको पगला जा सकता है, बिकॉज अगेन इट इज एट हिज होम ग्राउंड, इट इज द ग्राउंड दैट ही हैज लव्ड द मोस्ट. यहाँ पे उसने ओडीआई डबल सेंचुरी मारी है, यहाँ पे उसने टेस्ट क्रिकेट में सेंचुरी मारी है, यहाँ पे उसने
Yep.
इंडिया के लिए T20 सेंचुरी मारी है. आईपीएल का एक सेंचुरी बचा हुआ था, वो भी उसने 2 बार मार दिया. अब तो इधर आई फील अगर वो एक चीज, एक बोलते हैं ना जो प्राइस पोजीशन होता है, तो शुभमन गिल विल डेफिनेटली टेक दोस 22 yards विद हिम एवरीवेयर ही गोस.
Yeah, definitely. So, Pawan, anything you want to add?
Uh, yeah, absolutely. It's a gem of a player. Shubman Gill is. The more you talk, the less. He's such kind of a player at such a young age, just of 23, and making people crazy of his batting is something we have seen in the past. Where great Sachin Tendulkar has done it. Virat Kohli took his time, came little late at the age of 25, 26. He's made people believe there is still is somebody like Virat Kohli is there within whom we can find the touch of Sachin Tendulkar, right? But Shubman Gill is somebody who has been giving us a lot of joy, a lot of memories at such a young age, and you do not know in the next 5, 10 years if we continue doing so, how many memories we'll be cherishing in the future. So he is such a kind of a player, one of its kind, I would say, and who is somebody might going to rule the Indian cricket in upcoming years. So just to say the least, Shubman Gill at the age of 23 again, right? And he is somebody who is giving you these centuries. in the very crucial games where his team wants him to stand up. And that is something we have only seen when Virat Kohli has done in the past consistently in in such games. In this qualifier also, in the recent time also, you would see he had hit two back-to-back centuries, right, where RCB wanted him, and that's kind of aura Virat Kohli has created around him, and that's what something we are witnessing when Shubman Gill is around any team. So it might be IPL franchise as of today, but you never know if he keeps getting those chances for Indian cricket team. He might bring more laurel to the nation, and he will keep giving us such joy with his uncomplicated batting that we had talked about in the previous podcast. That how he makes batting look so easy, how it is his leg side is so strong, it keeps scoring runs against Akash Madwal the other day. Smashed two sixes in that over, and then again Cameron Green when he was hitting Cameron Green when he was hit when I guess he bowled 140 kilometer per hour short ball. He went ahead and still scored a flat six over the boundary. Such of these shots, you can only say, wow, what a kind of player such a young guy is, right? And it's not only that we are saying about Shubman Gill, it's around the world. People who have seen him batting in such tough situations are saying that he is going to rule the world in upcoming years. So a great talent that India has produced. Probably hope India preserve him well and he continue doing such relentlessly like Virat Kohli has been doing over a decade. We haven't seen him getting injured frequently. Hopefully, Shubman Gill follow his footsteps and keep keep bringing
वर्ल्ड
those.
वर्ल्ड वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप आ रहा है बनवाए कुछ भी मत बोलना प्लीज.
There, there also. So yeah, these are the things I guess makes him very different and unique in his own style. Probably he continue doing the same for the nation as well.
And you know a player is great when last one week we have been talking about it for the fourth
The
time.
same player.
So you
Yeah.
know the player is really good.
The last person we were talking about before Shubman Gill, like this much, was Rashid Khan. But yeah, we have been including Shubman Gill a lot. So yeah, definitely आज भी Shubman Gill का match है. So let's see what he does today as well. Since it's raining right now, let's not predict anything and let's move on to the next topic. That is going to be that since Kanan mentioned कि Shubman Gill has been prolific in at the ground of Motera. So the Narendra Modi Cricket Stadium has been like his home and he enjoys playing cricket there. So आज का भी मैच अगर हम देखेंगे is going to be played at the Motera. So it becomes the Gujarat Titans का home ground and Chennai Super Kings is going to be the away team. So what kind of challenges does this possess? Like Chennai Super Kings going to Gujarat Titans home playing against Gujarat Titans, like a mighty team such as Gujarat Titans. What kind of challenges do you think would Chennai Super Kings face as a team? Pavan, you would go first.
Yeah, so if you see, GT has and CSK has played. They both the teams have played each other twice in this tournament so far. Very first match where GT and CSK played, I guess GT won that match at Ahmedabad, and the second match they played was the qualifier one where CSK won the game comprehensively. So I guess it is very evident that they both are great teams at their homes. It is, and then again now the third match is happening at the GT's home. So chances of GT pulling this off is really good when we see because they are coming off a win against Mumbai at the same place where their entire team, bowling, batting, fielding, and everything was not that top notch in terms of other bowlers, but I guess some of them really pulled things up when it was needed by the team. The addition of Josh Little was really crucial, and then Mohit Sharma coming late and again taking those crucial wickets was important for this team. So I believe GT again has an upper hand if their batting works together because it is Shubman Gill who has been taking this team along for the last 3-4 matches. If you would see, it would be interesting to see other players contributing. So I'm seeing a clash of titans type of a game it would be, and probably would see another cracker of a game that has happened on the Friday night at the same stadium. So hope for the best. See GT or CSK, whoever it could be, GT has the upper hand here. The only player who is going to stop this juggernaut of GT is going to be MS Dhoni. So he is only the man who is standing in between the win of GT and the cup.
Right. Kanan, anything?
So, if you see right, that the only two times these teams have played in this season specifically, one has been in GT's home, one has been in CSK's home. GT's home is GT dominated, CSK's home is CSK dominated. So now it's going to be 1-1. Now they are again going to be in GT's home, where there would be a sea of yellow. But that would be the only home support that CSK would find. The pitch there would absolutely be a belter, which we have already seen. But given the rain now, I feel the moisture in the pitch might again help GT a bit, given that they have Mohit Sharma, but again CSK, they have Mohammad Shami, but CSK also has Deepak Shah in their ranks. So
Yep.
it wouldn't be a one-sided battle. That is what I feel for sure. And any team where MS Dhoni is keeping behind the wicket, that is never going to be a one-side game for sure. Also, if you talk about the first game that these two teams, exactly the first game of IPL, that these two teams played 31st March 2023. GT won in the last over by 4 balls to spare, and that was a Rahul Tewatia and Rashid Khan special chasing 178. लास्ट ओवर में उन लोगों ने मारा चौके छक्के और कर दिया एंड इन दैट गेम इफ यू रिमेंबर दीपक चार वाज इन प्लेइंग बेन स्टोक्स वाज प्लेइंग इंस्टेड ऑफ हिम Matisha Patirana did not have that big of an impact that he's having now. In
Yes,
fact,
now.
he did not even play uh, in that game to
Right.
be precise. So that is the kind of impact players CSK has now compared to the other game. And I feel if the same battle is there one on one, same kind of match spirit they have, I feel CSK might have it this time.
Okay, so yeah, so Pawan says GT, Kanan is more towards CSK, and let's see what happens. So quickly moving
What is
on to
your take, Rojilla, on this? What
uh,
do you feel? Who will back the title? Is it going to be fifth title for CSK or the second title for GT?
till yesterday I was like CSK because I was really wishing that Mumbai Indians will go through, but it was really a gigantic total. So since Mumbai Indians is lost now, I don't know what to say. But maybe I will lean a bit more towards CSK. I guess CSK because CSK has played big finals, but Gujarat Titans has also won the only final they played. So I don't know, यार 50-50 दोनों के साथ तुम्हें.
I would like to give a quick understanding here. See, what I believe in. I guess this is the time has come where GT has been consistently performing. Okay, the last season they had been tremendous. This season again, defending a title in itself is a very tough task in IPL. It is not that easy. What GT has done, I guess, is something that they were able to create an aura around them where a team of putting people together and containing with the same sort of people, trusting in their abilities, giving them freedom to express themselves as and when it is needed. And I guess working with their players is something the management has done tremendously well. So why I am hoping GT to win this game is to create that sentiment around Gujarat and its people, and bring the cup back to the people, and try to build a kind of franchise that maybe Ahmedabad people had been hoping, and maybe the youngsters in and around Ahmedabad and Gujarat seeking who would be my next role model. Would it be Hardik Pandya? Would it be Shubman Gill? Would it be Mohammad Shami? Would it be Rashid Khan? Would it be uh, uh, David Miller? Right. So it is interesting. I guess for CSK, it has been there for quite some time. We have been seeing it. My 2 cents is just for GTs only because of this reason that cricket has to grown in these areas, which already is. They have a Saurashtra team, they have a Gujarat team, everything is there, right? But for Ahmedabad people and for defending champion, I believe it would be interesting to see if somebody who has done it previously does it this time again. Probably bring laurel to the Ahmedabad again and
ऐसे
make them
ऐसे लॉजिक
put
से
a
तो
smell on those
जब
people.
कोच्चि टस्कर जब खेले थे तो कोच्चि भी जीतना चाहिए था मोहन भाई बट ठीक है
Not
that
again and again. See, it is important to. I'm not saying that CSK doesn't deserve. I'm not saying GT doesn't deserve. All I'm saying for those people to bring some happiness and create their own stamp by saying that we are here and we had done it, we can do it again. It's just that mentality,
So what
nothing
I
what
else.
I
think
feel
it's a
what I
more
feel what I feel is different for them from last year is last year if you had seen Panbhai, I thought I really felt that they were a complete team last year. Every other match there would be a
yes.
different man of the match winner. कभी राहुल तेवातिया, कभी
Yep.
राशिद खान, कभी हार्दिक पांड्या खुद आता था, कभी साई सुदर्शन, कभी रिद्धिमान साहा, या मोहम्मद शमी of course. But this year I feel there are only three players playing for them. Of course, fourth Rashid Khan is a like an infinite number of match winning innings. So for them this year it has been Shubman Gill, it has been Mohit Sharma, and it has been Mohammad Shami or Rashid Khan. I am not counting because he is not going to be a countable player in any team. He is going to perform anywhere any day. ठीक है. So अगर ये तीन को लोग tackle करते हैं कोई भी team, I feel then GT is blocked because the next best player for them this season has been somewhere down the line. I don't think even Miller has those finishing innings जहाँ पे उसने आके मैच जिता दिया. राहुल तेवातिया had just one innings जहाँ पे उसने वो मैच जीता like last year. I don't see Riddhiman Saha also he just had one innings जहाँ पे उसने 80 odd run score करा. So I don't think they are a complete team this year, but they have been winning. That is definitely for sure. They are winning somehow. Of course, on the back of brilliance by Shubman Gill, which he has done. मतलब 800 रन का सीजन है यार. 800 रन के सीजन में कोहली also made it to the finals, but they end up losing it. So I feel maybe the next
That's
week
That's
we
what
a
talk.
CSK would
different
prey
area.
on. That's what
That's a
CSK would
different
prey on.
area.
For them, it would be very
Absolutely.
important to get the Shubman Gill early, and I guess
हाँ.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a great tactician over there, and he's
अच्छा.
somebody who will definitely put something out of his head.
So just let's go with 50-50 and let's see
You
what
don't know.
happens. We will come back in next podcast and talk about who won and how they win. So yeah, let's move on to the next topic. Just like a concise topic, just a small one. What do you think? And it's a general question. Like, what do you think could be CSK and GT's weaknesses and positives in this game, moving into this game? So I think we've talked about it already, but let's still see if you guys have some points to add. Like specific weakness CSK के साइड से और specific weaknesses GT के साइड से या specific positives दोनों के साइड से क्या हो सकते हैं which could like cause a good competition between them. Yeah, so Pavan, you can start.
I would like to go with the weaknesses. I guess strength is something we had already talked about. In terms of weaknesses, if we go to the GT, I guess their middle order is something, as Kannan just rightly pointed out. David Miller, Hardik Pandya hadn't had a great of a season this time around. Vijay Shankar had played few innings here and there, but again he faltered against Mumbai Indians when it was needed the most. So it would be interesting to see how their middle order goes about when it comes to the chasing. Bowling had been brilliant. I guess one or another way they pull things back if they put a total on the board. So their middle order is something would be interesting to see. While on CSK side, I guess their batting had been their strength throughout this season. When Mahendra Singh Dhoni is coming at number 8, I believe there is no concern with batting, and there have been people pitching in here and there. So it is their bowling, maybe in the middle overs where if someone got hit at the, for example, Deepak Char had been consistently giving them wickets. What if it doesn't go well today? In the last four matches, he's been taking 2 wickets each match minimum. So if it doesn't go well today, then who would be there Deepak Char next? So there are just these few loopholes that Mahendra Singh Dhoni would be looking into, and I guess his tactician would try to fill this in. But in terms of batting, I don't see there are any concerns. I guess these guys have a great batting unit. While bowling unit, they have pulled together this new folks, and I guess this new generation of player, those Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been leading in grooming, had been fantastic for CSK this time in this season especially. So no major weaknesses as such for CSK.
Okay, so yeah, Kannan, you can tell
Uh,
us
I
about
have a
those
contrasting
things.
I have a contrasting opinion here. So when we talk about the batting, right? If we remove just like GT के लिए Shubman Gill has been there. If we remove CSK से like Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway, the middle order looks bleak. Rahane before the selection in Indian cricket team and after in selection in Indian cricket team has been completely different. He was averaging 80 before the selection, and after the selection he is
Yep.
averaging just 19. So that is something that has gone away from CSK, and the other reason for that could also be is lack of game time. Earlier we used to see that uh, Rahane was coming to bat at number three no matter the situation. Abhi Dhoni has is been using him very wisely, I would say. क्योंकि अगर स्पिनर्स होता है he would definitely bring on Shivam Dube, he would not go in with Rahane, and कहीं ना कहीं वो that has impacted his rhythm a bit. I feel that's fine, but if we remove Shivam Dube from the middle order, that middle order looks very bleak to me. Moeen Ali has not had a good season. Ravindra Jadeja has had an okay season. Dhoni has just again वही है उसका वो 5-6 बॉल मिलेगा and उसमें he would hit those sixes. But again in the last three innings, if we see, he has not hit even a single six in the last three innings. So that middle order, like even in the batting order, if you see number 1 to number 8, if I remove just three players out of it, that is Shivam Dube, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and Devon Conway, their team looks very different from what they can be. And the bowling lineup, I am very much impressed from them bowling lineup. To be honest, this bowling lineup, no one was giving even a single rupee to them because इनके पास कुछ नहीं था. Many people had counted them out to be bowing down in the league stages itself because the most experienced bowler for them was Deepak Chahar, and apart from it no one was there. And वो भी injured हो गया first of the season, second of the season में उसने comeback करे, and that is where CSK started to win those matches again. Matisha Patirana has been the best for them. He bowls in those difficult overs 13, 17, 19. और वहां पे आके वो गेम चेंज करता है. He just doesn't stop the runs, but he also picks up those wickets. So वहां पे गेम मोमेंटम चेंज हो जाता है. The only bowler that I would like personally to do a bit more here would be Mahesh Theekshana, because he's a good bowler and he's not been able to pick those impactful wickets. I feel वो विकेट ले रहा है, ऑफ कोर्स ही इज टेकिंग दोस विकेट, बट ही इज टेकिंग दोस आफ्टर गिविंग अ लॉट ऑफ रन्स. सो वो कुछ ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं उनको कंट्रोल करने की जरूरत है. एंड आल्सो फील दैट आई डोंट नो, आई हैव नेवर सीन दिस प्रॉब्ली, बट in this season I've seen Dhoni using his resources in bits and paper a bit. Moeen Ali, who is a terrific bowler, but like I never thought I would be saying this for Dhoni, but I think he's been underutilized a bit. बहुत सारे मैचेस ऐसे थे where he could have been utilized more, where the left handers were there, still he did not use it. But again, that is Mahendra Singh Dhoni being
That
Mahendra
is the
Singh Dhoni.
nature of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We have seen
That is what
Harbhajan Singh
exactly I
not
was.
even bowling a single over,
That is what I
even though
was
he was
coming
played
to
as a
actually.
spinner.
Absolutely. So that is Mahendra Singh Dhoni being Mahendra Singh Dhoni. बाकी पंडित लोग 10,000 चीज बोलेंगे, but he will do that one thing that he has in his mind. So that is something that he will only do. But apart from it, as a collective unit, I say yes, they have been a brilliant collective unit compared to GT, who has not been a collective unit. Uh, Chennai definitely is a collective unit where the number of players having a good season for them is more than number of players having a good season for GT. So that is where I would give that 19-20 wala 20 to CSK over GT.
RG.
So yeah, if that is it from you guys, then we can wrap up this session because without further ado, people have to watch the match. And yeah,
मैच
definitely we
में तो
should
डिले हो गया है यार, बारिश चल
delay
रहा
तो हो गया है, but yeah, people will still be hoping. And
है.
just as
I so wish this is a full 20 over game and not a shortened one. Shortened one कहीं ना कहीं will end up impacting like both the teams, to be honest, not just
oh,
one of them.
I guess the rain will subside in a few moments because फिलहाल इंडिया में हर जगह बारिश चालू है. So yeah, it's not
It was
constant as well.
nothing till the afternoon. There was nothing,
Absolutely.
no side of clouds or
Full
nothing.
rain here in
It
Mumbai as
just
well.
came
Full
and
rain.
started.
Absolutely. So for just our viewers to understand, no, not even a single over would be reduced till 9:35 cutoff time, that is Indian Standard Time, and post
Correct.
9:35 we would be losing on overs, and 12:06, that is midnight 12:06 AM पे that is the last cut off time for a 5 over game for our audience. So अगर वो टाइम तक भी गेम शुरू नहीं होता है, then it would then move to a reserve day. We have just got a confirmation on that. the,
Yeah.
Okay.
the reserve is day is tomorrow, that is Monday. And
29.
again, if अगेन कल भी पूरा मैच नहीं हो पाता, ये यही सेम गाइडलाइंस में 12:06 का कट ऑफ फॉर 5, देन द ट्रॉफी वुड बी शेयर्ड बिटवीन द टू टीम्स.
So let's really hope that we get a winner today itself and we get a 20 over game.
यार संडे है, इधर माहौल बना हुआ है, देयर शुडंट बी दिस डिले फॉर श्योर.
But yeah, there has been a delay for like almost all the matches that were played in the later half. Yes, yesterday's match also had a delay. So let's hope it will be a normal game. And yeah, let's leave the viewers to it, and let's all enjoy individually today. Whatever happens, happens, and let's come back with another podcast and discuss. Like we'll discuss who wins and who loses, and it will be a different sort of enthusiasm then, because we will get done with the IPL till then, and then we will go on to some other tournament. So it's been a long journey for us three as well, because we've been covering
Absolutely.
IPL since so many weeks now, and IPL goes on for like 2 long months. So yeah, it's finally coming to an end. So yeah, without further ado, just let's move on to our TVs and our regular schedules, and let's come back another time. Hopefully, yeah, day after tomorrow, if Pavan tells us so. So yeah, let's wrap up the session here, and yeah, it will be that will be it from Cricket from the Stands podcast of today's episode. That is, today marks the IPL final of IPL 2023. So yeah, guys, don't forget to watch the podcast as well, and not even the match as well, and we will be back. So yeah, it's going to be a bye from here, and let's meet soon. Bye bye.
Adios.